my carnide Joe.
Hello, I'm Colonel Michael Fitzgerald, Commanding Officer at Marine Corps Logistics Base Albany.
Hello, I'm Pamela Jackson, Public Affairs and Community Relations Officer at Marine Corps Logistics Base Albany.
I have a deep respect for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his connection to Albany, Georgia. However, this year, we also pause to recognize and honor Reverend Charles Sherrod, a local civil rights activist who has made a huge impact on this community. We are standing here in the Charles Sherrod Civil Rights Park in downtown Albany in honor of this local veteran of the civil rights movement.
As the country prepares to celebrate the national holidays set aside to honor Dr. King, please join us in honoring the life and legacy of Reverend Sherrod, who still lives here in our community.
Both these great leaders made significant impact here, and they embodied many of the Marine Corps leadership principles, such as developing a sense of responsibility and to know your people and look out for their welfare. Dr. King led a life of peaceful, active protest for civil rights and against the injustice of racial segregation and poverty until his assassination in 1968.
Reverend Sherrod was born in Petersburg, Virginia in 1937. While a student at Virginia Union College, he became the first field secretary and Southwest Georgia director for the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, also known as SNCC, in 1960. But in 1961, Reverend Sherrod and his friend Cordell Reagan helped organize the black community.
A supporter of racial integration, Reverend Sherrod recruited both white and black members here to assist with voter registration efforts. He also helped organize a student sit-in at the local bus station to challenge segregation.
His leadership led to what is known as the Albany Movement, which was intended to challenge all forms of racial segregation in the city.
It was here in Albany, Georgia, on December 15, 1961, that Dr. King joined Reverend Sherrod and other civil rights leaders for a mass meeting to protest segregation and the right to vote. Dr. King spoke to the large crowd gathered at the old Mount Zion Church, then led a protest march through the city.
The next day, Dr. King and several hundred others, including Reverend Sherrod, were arrested and jailed on charges of parading without a permit and obstructing the sidewalk. Like Reverend Sherrod, Dr. King's formal education shaped his philosophy on nonviolent demonstrations and social action.
Now right across the street, if you look closely as you watch my finger go on those sidewalks, they are the footsteps of Dr. King. As he walked on this pavement in this city, going toward death and toward life, Dr. Martin Luther King was a soldier. In one of his most popular speeches, he made this statement: "I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal."
Reverend Sherrod is living history, and it is our duty and honor to pay tribute to his lasting legacy, one that will forever remain in the history books, our hearts, and here in Albany, Georgia. On behalf of the Marines, sailors, soldiers, and civilian Marines aboard the base, I would like to thank you for your time and extend our thoughts to you on this day of remembrance of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Together, we echo and encourage the national theme of remember, celebrate, and act. It's a day on, not a day off.
Thank you, and Semper Fidelis.